carp. Can't stop it.
Oh yeah, mate, that's a nice one. Oh, fucking hell.
No big deal.
Yeah, boy. That's it.
Come on. Thank you.
As you can all probably guess from that little intro, I visited Lake Bled, and I can't believe I'm still saying that now. I mean, what a magnificent place it was. And honestly, when I booked the tickets, I thought that we'd probably end up flying to this place because it's a 16-hour drive non-stop. That's without any breaks. So, you know, it's a couple of days at least. So I found it a real logistical nightmare to try and book flights there with all your luggage that you're going to need to take your gear with you. Like you literally think of everything you need, from unhooking mats, rods, rucksacks, and pretty much you want to be taking your bikes and stuff like that as well. So basically, in the end, I decided to give up on trying to fly, and I was going to make the driving a part of the trip, a part of the journey, and that is exactly what we've done. The first day was long, and as we were getting close to the German border, we was looking for somewhere to flick the rods out for the night. But with no pins logged, and after making a few phone calls, I couldn't find any lakes in the area that was worth a go. But what we did find was a lake with a swimming area that everyone seemed to be out enjoying in the glorious weather.
Oh, how nice is that after a long day on the road?
It really helped, that did. That little swim, just having a little bit of a cool off and re-energizing, and it, like I said, it really helped. But after that, we decided to keep heading on into Germany, and we managed to stay at a place called Augsburg for the night. It was quite far down, but that meant the next day we only had 5.5 hours drive to Bled, and that is exactly what we needed. A good night's kip and be recharged, ready to make our way down to that lake tomorrow. When you're getting close to the town and you come over the hill down towards the lake, there are just no words to describe just how beautiful the surroundings are. I was truly taken back by it. We planned the trip so that on the first day we could just explore the lake, find out if other anglers have been catching, keep an eye out on any shows, and just enjoy the vibe around the busy lake. I knew it was going to be busy, but I didn't realise it was going to be on this level.
So after having a drink to quench the thirst from another long drive that morning, we decided to rent a boat and have a little explore via our vessel for the afternoon.
Just about to go out in Bled for the first swim. Got the snorkel. Go and have a look for a few spots. Oh god, here we go.
Oh, it's so clear. It is quite cold, mate, I'm not going to lie. Oh wow, I just found a spot that it's probably about 30 foot deep, but the water's so crystal clear. I've dived down about 10 foot, as much as I possibly could before my lungs gave way, and I just saw a huge carp on that spot, really clear. I'm just going to go back to the shore and then clip it up to there, because biggest carp I've ever seen, ever.
As you can see, when I returned, I saw a small group of fish, not as quite as big as the one that I just saw, but that was good enough to have a start the next morning.
So when I saw that, I knew I had to be back on that spot the next day. So I took the boat back, I checked into our Airbnb, I went out, got some food, and I spent that evening sitting in the Airbnb kitchen prepping my rigs and tying up everything fresh and ready to go in the morning. And I was just so excited for the morning to be putting my rods out for the first time in Bled. So it is my first morning on Bled. I'm absolutely buzzing to get these rods out, because you know what it's like. It's always one of those dreams to come here, isn't it? Everyone's seen the films, and it was a hell of a journey to get to this point now. But as we come out the apartment this morning, it was savage. First morning on Bled. Absolutely mental. Put a bit of a spanner in the works.
Savage.
The weather, I've never seen rain like that, and the thunder is honestly the loudest when it pops right above your head, with that lightning as well coming down. It was it was pretty horrendous, but it's put us behind a little bit this morning. It's about 4 o'clock now, and I wanted to have the rods out by this point, but yeah, first morning and all, we need to try and get settled in and try and find some spots. But yesterday I was out there in my snorkel, with my snorkel on, and I found a nice little area, and I saw a couple of carp on there, so I think that is where we're going to start this one. the weather just wouldn't leave us alone that morning. I'd never seen anything like it. You're allowed a brolly at Bled, so we put that up on some steps, and the water that was running down these steps, it was literally like a waterfall. It really was. I couldn't believe what we were sitting in. You know, if I was in England, I definitely would have probably packed up and gone home thinking there was no chance of a bite whatsoever.
This is absolutely mental. Oh my god. First day on the lake.
We stuck it out for a few hours. We had our rods on this decking, and just was praying that something might come along that morning, but it didn't work out like that. You know, you always think about trying to nab that first fish really early on, don't you? And it probably was a bad shout at that point, because like I said, we don't really know anything about it, and we're all trying to work it out, aren't we? It's a brand new lake, so one bite normally leads into a few more, but it didn't work out that way for us that morning.
Well, it's been absolute chaos here this morning. Getting to the swim was hard work because of that downpour that we got. I have never ever seen rain like that, and the lightning literally struck right next to us. It was mental. But as you can see, it's started clearing up a little bit now, and the area where we're fishing, it got so busy with boats and tourists that we've now had to move them off of this decking area and just have them resting down here for a bit. So, but nothing so far, and we've only been fishing about 5 hours on the first day. We saw them yesterday, and they don't seem to be there. So I think if nothing shows in the next hour or two, I'm going to get on the bike and go and see if we can find some.
And here is another thing. Not many people really talk about this in videos when it comes to Bled, but the lake is full of catfish, absolutely stacked full of them.
Fucking hell. Right. This is powerful. Oh my god, catfish. Savage. Oh god. Not what we want to catch.
Oh. But you have to take it outside also, like in Germany?
No,
We put it back, yeah.
we don't put that. We don't put that in the net. Only for the picture.
No picture this.
There's a little. They're not the right. We don't try not to catch these.
And I had no idea about that at first, but yeah, I mean, I think that first day we actually managed to catch a few. Not the target species, but at least it still gets that heart pumping a little bit and gives you a bit of hope, doesn't it? Just for that split second. But yeah, unfortunately, our first day ended with just catfish. So yeah, it wasn't ideal, but what we had seen was fish topping out in front of us, but quite far out. So we decided, we knew that the fish were out there, so we'd be back in that spot the next morning as soon as that alarm clock went off. This is where everything changed for me on this trip. It was only the second day I travelled all across Europe to make it to Slovenia to catch a massive carp from Lake Bled. And I honestly didn't realise that it would only take until the second day to get amongst them. I mean, we was up early, we'd got the rods out in position, the wind had changed, so the fish that were out of reach the previous day, we was hoping that that wind was going to draw them just that little bit closer, where I was able to hit by casting my 10-foot rods. I only had my 10-foot retractables with me, and I was getting probably like 110 max with those. So I was really hoping that this wind was going to be in my favour and push these fish closer towards me. We were sitting in this restaurant behind us with the rods full in view, it's about 10 yards, and one of the rods has rattled off. And as you will all probably be well aware, that Lake Bled is one hell of a touristy place. There is thousands of people coming from all around the world to come and see the views that Lake Bled has to offer. And as soon as you pick up a rod, everyone crowds round.
Shaking, mate. Absolutely shaking. I so want to get this fish in. And then the pressure's off a little bit. 2,000-mile round trip this is going to be, and if it goes in the net, it'll be worth it. Oh, well, that was hard work, mate. Right, just in case, if it flips back.
What did you release him again?
Yeah, he goes back. Yeah.
What's that fish?
Common carp. Yeah. Big one. 24 kilos. Alright, ready?
The place is no good, huh? 24.
Look at that. First carp from Bled and 50 pounder. Travelled all the way from England for one of these and we got it. Wow, what a moment. Let's get it back.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yes. What a fucking fish, man. What a fish.
That comment was everything I dreamt of coming to Bled. It was dark and it was in proportion, this fish. It was such a nice comment. I felt really privileged to be catching a fish of that size for my first carp. Yeah, literally couldn't have written it. It made driving and all that absolute worthwhile just for that one fish. I was absolutely over the moon, as you could probably tell. It did give us a bit of a false start to this lake. I don't know if you're all aware, but since all of these films have all come out about Bled, there's a baiting ban on there now. So it makes things very difficult now to get big hits of fish. So yeah, if they're coming in to around your area, you haven't got bait out there to hold them on that spot. So yeah, that day we were just flicking singles at them and solid bags and just trying to nick a bite. And we done pretty well, to be honest. The friend that I was with, he managed 2, biggest being 38 pounds. But another nice one as well at around 36, something like that. And then obviously the 50 pounder that I'd had. But like I said, we couldn't hold them there. There was no bait to keep them grubbing around. So we thought we'd done pretty well from having 3 fish that day. Was just casting basically singles around. But yeah, we sat it out until 11 o'clock at night. The old church bells were singing, all the casinos lit up for the first time since we've been fishing there, and it just looked amazing. You know, that the streets were wild. There was so much going on. There was like a little festival, food everywhere, and people just having a magnificent time around the lake. And so were we, even though it died from that point that day. Yeah, I just felt really lucky to be there. This is where we probably made a bad decision on this trip. I think it was very clear from the off that the weather had totally swung round. It was hacking back up towards the opposite side of the lake, and the lake's 352 acres or something very close to that. So I mean, when you do get a big wind or the weather changes, the fish could be miles away, straight away on that lake. As you all might be aware, I'm a very mobile angler. I get very bored, stuck in the same swim, just waiting it out for something to happen. I like to try and find them. I like to try and just move on the fish and try and make an opportunity arise. And like I said, I think this was a bad decision. Gasper, all of you will probably know Gasper from videos from Lake Bled. Basically, he's the king of Bled. He knows absolutely everything about it, and he smashes it to pieces. He has fish all the time, really big ones as well. And yeah, he was coming down most evenings, seeing us, making sure that we're catching, or if not, he was trying to help us out. But this day we decided to move. And he had said to us that if we'd caught fish, stay in that position, because he's pretty sure that they'd be back. And we didn't listen, and we decided on that day to go and try and find something. You know, I had my snorkel and my glasses on the barrow, and I just went off and went for a swim, just trying to find something to go on. I'd ended up going to 2 different beaches, It was packed full of people, and going on what I saw the first day, where the fish weren't spooking off people from swimming, I thought these might be good areas to have a look, and I ended up having a good old swim around trying to find something, and I just couldn't. The only thing I could go on that day was watching the wind hacking up towards this beach area, and because we'd had those fish the previous day on that weather, I decided to move down to this zone and put my rods out for the afternoon. And yeah, nothing materialised. Just sat there watching the world go by, people watching as you do when you're at Bled. There is so much going on. There's horses coming by, there's boats, there's paddle boards, there's people jumping in. Yeah, it's just a mad place to spend a bit of time fishing. And you get to meet some remarkable people as well, which is an absolute plus point on these trips. People that you never ever normally speak to. It's so interesting, but yeah, that pretty much passed our time that third day. It just went like that. As soon as you start moving around, because it's such a big lake, time flies, and on the third day we had nothing to go on.
I was lost in the woods on the dust, and the fairies found me. And they led the way, they cleared the way to my heart. All the hurt, all the pain under the skin, I had fainted. They carried me, they cleared the way to my heart. Thank you to magic for rescue.
Yes. Alright.
reckon?
Thank you to summer for fairies.
I was just literally having the best snooze of my life, and then this rod's absolutely bust off, and I think this is a carp. Can't stop it. You literally can't stop that. Right. Couldn't stop that then. The road's going on massive runs. I hope it's not a cat.
Nah.
It doesn't feel like a cat.
Yeah?
Feels like a carp. Went on a big run, didn't it? Let's hope. Fingers crossed.
Let's see.
I really need another carp. It's been like 3 days now, and be most welcome, mate. That's for sure. Do you want to get forceps? I'm not blooming doing that thing. That's not what we've come here for. Savage.
This day was something else. I mean, I thought that up near the restaurant area, around the casino, that was busy, and trust me, it was. But where we were along the Villa Bank now, there, I think because it's such a good place to take pictures of the beautiful church that's out in front of you on the island, everyone comes around to that side just to take those shots. And I mean, you have to be prepared for this when you go to Bled. That there's people like parking their bikes right in front of your rods, and diving into the water, like right where your lines are. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it, just smile and laugh really. It's quite amusing, but you have to sort of gear yourself up and bear that in mind if you're thinking about going there, because it really is. It's just absolutely something different to what us English anglers are used to. But yeah, that day it was a pretty good one, I must admit. It started off straight away, the action. Me and my mate, we had our rods one apiece out there, and I think that's quite a fair way if you're fishing with a mate, especially as you've both travelled that far, that if there's one rod doing the bites, then make sure you're staggering them, because yeah, it only keeps things fair. And straight away from the off, we were only catching catfish from the beginning, but we were starting to get amongst a few fish at least. So it was like it when we had them up near the casino, that we had to fish through the catfish, and suddenly the carp started coming along.
It's a fucking frightening carp.
It's a carp though.
It is a carp, but it's funny, isn't it? Oh,
Maybe 4. Yeah.
not quite the bled carp I turned up for, but it's been a long few days, and hopefully they get bigger, so we'll just slip this one back.
I was so pleased that that bad spell that we've been having a couple of days previous had all ended, and I could finally get a shot with that church in the background. And even though it was a small one, I didn't know if anything else was going to come, so that is exactly why I got that church shot right then.
Yeah.
God, that was our bet, wasn't it? Got a first mirror. Nice. Pretty one. He's coming in. Do you want to take him down there a little bit, Al? Because just in case you.
Bravo.
Cheers, mate. Thank you. Where's he gone? Do you want to get the mat? Please. Well, it's been a bit of a struggle on Bled over the last few days. I've been getting countless catfish. Alan's had a couple, and yeah, basically I've been struggling. And this morning it's come good. We've got our first mirror of the session, and I think you'll agree. It's come on, girl. I think you'll agree. That's a pretty nice one. But proper angry fish put up a huge battle. And come on, girl. I know it's only a small one for Bled, but after what we've been going through, it's nice to be holding a nice carp. So yeah, I think we do a few shots and we'll get her back. If nothing else happens, at least I've had a few fish. Had a 50-pounder and a nice scaly one. So still got half a day, and we got to make our savage trip back to England tomorrow. 16-hour drive, but it's been a blast, and hopefully we can have one more fish before we leave. Thank you, girl.
This point, we'd caught quite a few fish. We'd had loads of little carp by then. Nothing worth getting out for the camera. They were all small little crickets, but between sort of 8 and 15 pounds, something like that. Just not worth the ag of getting them out. So we was just unhooking them and slipping them back. And I was just really hoping that we was going to have that one opportunity to catch just a decent mirror or just another big one before the trip was over. And yeah, it was, I couldn't believe it. I was literally sitting there in the brolly that afternoon watching the world go by, and yeah, the rod rattled off, and again I was going to be fighting this fish in front of hundreds of people standing there watching, and that pressure really does get you when there's so many people there. I mean, you're just praying the whole time that it doesn't fall off.
Like I was saying earlier, it's our last day on Bled, and it's been a bit of a struggle for me, but today, this is my 4th take. I've landed 2 so far, and hopefully we get this one in and end on a bit of a high. But we're definitely due a good one, because we've been having a lot of small fish over the past couple of days, so fingers crossed this is a better one.
How big? Oh yeah, mate, that's a nice one. Oh, fucking hell. Lumpy. Mate, that's a decent. Yeah, boy. That's it.
Thank you.
Well, you can do, otherwise you can do lots of weight.
Only one. So you're only allowed to use 2 rods each.
Oh, yes.
Do they have teeth?
No, no teeth.
No teeth?
It's alive?
Yeah, it's alive. Go back in a minute.
Он вернет ее в воду.
Well, it's our last day on Bled. Been fishing hard for the last few days. Hoping. Hoping that something like this was going to come along and end the trip good for me. So, been after one of these mirrors.
Head up a bit.
Look at that. That's why we travel all the way to Bled. Catch one like this. And I thought it wasn't going to happen. It's been so slow for like 4 days. And now we got this one. Mega. Ended the trip well. Come on. 47.12.
I don't know if it's focused.
Yeah, don't go too close.
Is that focused, do you reckon?
Yeah, sometimes you just half hold this.
Yeah, that'll do, won't it? 47.12.
47.12.
You never know. It might be my last Bled carp this session. Oh, yes. Thank you, girl. Cool. Yes.
Yeah, what an incredible carp to finish with on that day. Well, what I thought I'd finished with on that day. Gasper had popped down to see how we were getting on, and the rod rattled off, and I was yet again into another carp. But sadly, it was another small carp. It was a mirror this time, but yeah, no, it was good to share that buzz with Gasper, especially. He'd really tried to help us out over this over the few days that we'd been there, and yeah, it all come good on this day, and we started getting amongst some. So he was really happy, we were happy, and the morale was high. So yeah, no, that was all good. We just unhooked it, slipped it back, and then my mate, he managed to finish that evening on a bit of a high as well. We all managed to get that group shot of a small common that he'd had, but yeah, at least we managed to get a photo all together. So we had one more day to make things happen, and it starts how every day started on there. Absolutely knackered. Rods go out first thing, and then you just sit back and you pretty much pray that them alarms don't go off for a few hours so you can get some kip. But yeah, it was relentless again. The catfish constantly. We'd managed a few more small carp, which when I headed to Bled, I didn't quite realise how many small fish were in there. But we certainly had our fair share of them. But as you do, you just got to fish through them, and just hopefully that big one will turn up. And my mate that I was with, he'd done exactly that, and he ended the trip on a magnificent carp. 53 pound the common was, and yeah, it was a real cool one. And what a great way to finish what was an epic trip. If any of you are thinking of going to Bled, then don't give it a second thought. Honestly, just book those tickets. Work out how you're going to get there. That's either flying or driving, and you just won't regret it. Just don't give it a second thought. Just book them. You'll be greeted with the most picturesque scenery you've ever seen. You'll have a fantastic time. You'll meet some fantastic people, and hopefully you'll catch some mega carp. And honestly, I can't wait to go back one day. So if you've enjoyed watching this video, then please consider hitting that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you again in the next one. Cheers guys, thanks for watching.